Alright guys, good afternoon. Recently I did a research about temperature. Yep. So before all of it, I have a question for you guys. What do you think about your own country's temperature? Anyone give me some answers? Anyone? Everyone?
It's perfect, like perfect temperature standard.
Perfect temperature?
What is it?
Come from.
I'm going 57 degrees.
57 degrees?
That's right, 57.
Okay. Okay, so you guys got your own answers? Alright, now here I'm doing my introduction right now. What about this research? I did a research about the world average temperature for each countries. So I can so later on I represent for each country's temperature. And the purpose why I'm doing this is because I just want to basically find like each country's temperature, because recently, you know, Salzburg we started raining and snowing, so I'm a little like curious about the temperature. And how did I collect this data? I just searched on Google and collect a bunch of data for each country's temperature and just copy it down to an Excel file. Alright, so here's the range of the presentation. So 191 countries, the total number of the countries in my research this time. From 2 to 8 means from 20 degrees to 80 degrees. So it's 20 to 29 and 80 to 89, I mean. That's the total range. And it sounds like a big number, however, it's rounded in Fahrenheit, so it's actually not that like high as you guys thought. And here's my stem plot for the world average temperature. Here, what do you guys think for the first glance of this stem plot? Just what you guys think quickly.
Left skewed.
Yeah, it is left skewed. We'll talk about later. But what else? Like big significant things you can see.
Most of the
70 degrees.
Exactly. The 70 degrees is have the most number. And here I put some visualized graphs here. As Gabby said, it is left skewed. It's actually pretty much left skewed. Like you see, 70 degrees is really high, and other lines are a little bit like small and short. And here's a clean stem plot. So like no drop, 70 to 79, 78 countries included. Like see, what are other numbers of countries? Like 25, 17, 32. Like contrast to these numbers, 78 degrees is, 78 countries like have an over-dominating number. And yeah, 20 to 29, 70 to 79, which is the lowest country involved and the highest country involved. And yeah, left skewed shapes have we know that. And centers, what are centers? Centers, as we see, are midpoints of each shapes and distributions. So as we learned, the most common centers are median and mean. So I also put it on. You can see on the graph. Median is right here, and mean is right here. However, I choose mean as my center because the mean is like the balance point of the seesaw. Right here, you can see like there's the mean, and this part is the equal area of this part. It's all balanced. Here's my box plot. Like as you see, it's pretty much left skewed because from the minimum to the Q1 is have a big range here. And here's also my Q1 to Q3. It's also a pretty much big range. And for the maximum, for the Q3 to the maximum, it's like a little short range. Yeah, here's my different just different data from here: maximum, third quartile, median, first quartile, and median. And my standard deviation is 15. So it's from so the normal temperature should from 15 degrees from the center, which is the mean, which is also be correct. And there's no outliers for my research. So there's no too high temperature countries or too low temperature countries. And here's my question solving time. I choose America and Spain for different countries, and I research for the temperature for it. And for American first, it's ranked number 33, which is like so it's in the 33rd place of the temperature. It's kind of pretty cold because there are 191 countries for the total number. And the average temperature is 47 degrees. The percentage is 17.3, which means 17.3% of the countries beside of it, and the z-score is -1.2. And Spain is ranked number 16, so average temperature is 56 degrees in Fahrenheit. Percentile is 31.4. Z-score is negative 0.6. Yeah, and here's my number in my book, so I just put it on to make sure, just to kind of clarify my information. And that's all my presentation. Thanks for watching.